guys, welcome back to another episode of Texas Bass in 12. As y'all know, my name's Hart Rees, and today I'm going to show you my 2017 rod and reel arsenal. We'll do talons in a couple days, so yeah, let's get right into it. My first rod is my crankbait rod. It's a Duck It Ghost 7-foot medium cranking rod, so I'm pretty sure it's a moderate fast action. So yeah, I love this rod for crankbaits. I'll throw anywhere from 1.5s to DT6s on here. Not too deep, but medium divers. The reel is a Mark Rose edition loose speed spool. It's a 7-to-1 gear ratio. It's got 5 bearings. I like the faster gear ratio when I'm fishing crankbaits or at least square bills, so that they can go all over the place and go real fast to get that reaction bite. So I've got 12-pound fluorocarbon on there. So yeah, there it is. My next rod is my lipless crankbait rod. It is a Berkley E-Motion 7'2" medium heavy moderate fast action. This was made for lipless crankbaits, so yeah, it works okay. It's an $80 rod. It's pretty good. I really like these rods for how cheap they are. And the reel is a bantam, however you say it, Corrado. It is a CU200. So I'm not sure what gear ratio this is, but it's not too fast. But yeah, it's got 5 bearings. I've got 12-pound fluorocarbon on there also. I might sound kind of stopped up. It's because my nose is running and stuff. So I may sound kind of funny, but anyway, the next rod is my spinnerbait and chatterbait rod. It's another Berkley E-Motion 6'7" medium heavy fast action. I don't really use chatterbaits and spinnerbaits much, but the reel is a Abu Garcia Black Max. It's a 6:4 gear ratio. It's got 5 bearings, and yeah, it works pretty good for what I use it for. I've got 15-pound fluorocarbon on there. Next rod is another Berkley E-Motion. It is my Texas rig and jig rod. I'll throw lighter Texas rigs on it and lighter jigs. But so yeah, it's a 7-foot medium heavy fast action, and it's really stiff for medium heavy. So yeah, and the reel is another bantam, however you say it, Corrado. It's a CU100B. So this one's a little bit smaller, and I like it a little bit better. So yeah, and I'll usually have about 15 or 17-pound fluorocarbon on there. So yeah, that's that. My next rod is my jerkbait rod, and it's a Woolholly Steel Eagle 6'8" medium heavy. And I've never really heard of this rod, so I got one. My friend gave it to me for Christmas, and it's the lightest rod I've ever felt in my life. It's so light I can't even explain it. But anyway, so yeah, I love this rod. And I'll also fish crankbaits on this. It's just so limber for a medium heavy. And the reel is a Quantum Accurus PT. It's a 7-to-1 gear ratio. It's got, let's see how many bearings does it have. Doesn't really say. It doesn't say how many bearings it has. But yeah, Quantum Accurus PT, 7-to-1 gear ratio. So yeah, that's my jerkbait setup. It works really good for it. I don't have jerkbait on there right now, but this is what I was fishing the other day. I've also got 10-pound fluorocarbon on this. My next rod is my smaller flipping rod. I'll throw like 3/8 ounce on this. I'll also throw Texas rigs and bigger jigs on it. So yeah, it is a Duck It Ghost 7'3" heavy. And the reel is a Lew's MCS Laser MG 7-to-1 gear ratio. It's got 8 bearings. It's about an $80 reel. It's really good for how cheap it is. So yeah, I haven't had any problems with them. Lew's and Shimano are my two favorite reel companies. So as you can tell, because I've only had two other reel companies so far. So I've got mainly all Lew's and Shimano. I think I've got, let's see, one, two, three. I'm using 3 Shimanos right now. I've got 2 more in the house that I'm just not using right now because they need to be fixed. And I've got I've got 3 Lew's reels. So I gave one to my friend. So I really like Lew's and Shimano. So I've got 65-pound braid on here. So yeah, that's my lighter flipping rod. My next rod is my bigger flipping rod. It's a 7'6" heavy. It's an Abergarstia Veritas rod. This rod works really good. And so yeah, the reel that I've gone up, that sound that it makes whenever I'm reeling, it's the line hitting onto the reel. So there's nothing wrong with the reel. The reel that I have is Shimano Canon 150 HG. It's the newer one. It's a 7:2-to-1 gear ratio, and so yeah, I've got 65-pound braid on it also. I'll throw like half ounce and up on this. I probably won't go more than an ounce on like whenever I'm flipping. So I'll also throw big jigs on here. So yeah, that's my bigger flipping rod. My last bait casting rod is a frog rod. It is a Falcon Lowrider XG. It's a 7-foot heavy. So, you know, it's short enough to where I can make short, accurate casts, but I can also, you know, launch it out there. And I like the heavy power, you know, so I can get the fish out of the heavy covered stuff. So, yeah. This rod works really good. I'm not sure how expensive it was because my friend gave it to me after our tournament the other day. So I didn't buy it, but it's a pretty good rod from what I've seen so far. And a bunch of people use these Falcons, and I've had one. I broke just the other day, but it was a really old rod, so broke it setting the hook on a fish. And I think I had a St. Croix rod in my last rod and reel arsenal, and that also broke the next day. And I don't know what the problem with it was, but it should not have broken. I was hung on a stick, and I can't remember really what happened, but I reached over and I kind of like popped it like that, you know, like that, and then I thought it came off, so I pulled up. I didn't pull up hard at all, like really, I didn't pull up hard at all, and it broke from like right here, I think, down. And I had a Shimano on that, and then made a really bad mistake, and you know, I was pretty mad. So I kind of like, I didn't throw it or anything, but I tossed it over to the side of the boat, and just half of it landed on there, and the other half fell out in the water, and the wind was pushing us. Fell out in about 10 foot of water, and the water was real cold, and so we couldn't get it. So I lost about $350 that day. Yeah, so it was a pretty bad day. But I guess we all make mistakes, so yeah. And sorry for that story, but the reel is a Lew's MCS Laser MGs, and it is a 7-to-1 gear ratio. It's got 8 bearings. So yeah. There's the rod. It's probably upside down. Dang, I think it's still upside down. Maybe it wasn't upside down the first time, so. Yeah, that's my last bait casting rod. And my last rod is a rod that I don't use very much. It is my spinning rod. I'll use drop shots, shaky heads, anything finesse on here. So the rod is a Gander Mountain Vortex rod. It's a 6'6" medium, fast action. The reel is a Quantum Q-Ray It's a cheap rod and reel. Yeah, but I guess it works pretty good for what I use it for. So yeah, I've got a drop shot tied on right now. I really don't ever use drop shots, but I've got a 15-pound braid on here with a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. So yeah, there's that. So that's all my rods. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 8 bait casters that I mainly use. Let's see, I've got 4 bait casting rods up there. No, 5 over on my shelf over here that I don't use. Now I've got 3 or 4 reels in the house that just need to be fixed. So yeah, these are just the main ones I'm going to be using. So, yeah, so that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. So see you next time.